Alright, game changers, welcome back to another video here today. I mean, a lot of Call of Duty fans, when it comes to Call of Duty in general, about the franchise itself, will say that it has lost that fun factor. It's one of the things that made it so iconic, especially in the early days. One of the major reasons why earlier Call of Duty titles like you got Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops 2 became instant classics and became so popular was because of their simplicity. I mean, players could just jump into the game, enjoy a tight-knit, fast-paced match, and not be dragged down by so many overcomplicated mechanics. I mean, in contrast, recent installments like the Modern Warfare games have added layers of complexity, like the elaborate weapon customization, which I will argue is maybe too chaotic or tactical for a casual fan base. They need to return to that casual side of Call of Duty, and I think that's what made Call of Duty so fun in the first place. I mean, from the beta itself, from playing Black Ops 6, I would say that the gameplay already had that addictive element to it. I couldn't really put exactly what that was, put my finger on that, but it just felt like how fun a Call of Duty game really should be. And one of the things, again, going back to Modern Warfare 3, that I really hated was the amount of weapon attachments and all of these different armory unlocks that they had that was so unnecessary, and it really added to the complexity that Call of Duty really doesn't need in order to be a fun experience. I think instead of bloating the game with all of these unnecessary features, what Treyarch needs to do is to refocus on the traditional mechanics of the game. I mean, when you look at a refined perk system, a tighter weapon balance, and map designs that prioritize fluidity over the size, I mean, this focus itself will be on the fast, high energy gameplay. And that is where the players can get back to what they love most about Call of Duty, which is the pure, unadulterated fun. And that's what I mean by the fun factor. When you get rid of that unnecessary clutter, Black Ops 6 will bring back that same love for Call of Duty that players just love to just hop into a game, have a great time, and feel that nostalgic rush that made them fall in love with the franchise in the first place. Also, I know in a previous video I said that Treyarch should not focus solely on nostalgia in order to bring back the Call of Duty base, but it's okay to bring back some, but it needs to focus on original maps really being that much better in this new game and actually getting players to a new experience in Call of Duty, that the maps that they are bringing that are going to be new, not again the old ones, are going to be just as good as some of the iconic ones that they will bring back. We already know that Nuketown's coming back, Firing Range is going to be coming back, Raid, all of these things are set to return in Black Ops 6. But when you make good new maps, I think players will actually look forward to having that fresh new experience. Now, again, like I said before, people will appreciate a homage to their favorite maps, which is undoubted, but I think more importantly, they need to focus on making good new maps. But at the same time, it's good to have a fresh blend of the two. One thing I will say is a major complaint about recent Call of Duty titles is the focus on the cosmetic and microtransactions and battle passes, which can sometimes make the game feel more like a shopping experience than a competitive one. And although we know that Activision is all about money and their greed, monetization strategies like the cosmetics are here to stay, if Treyarch can focus more on the community feedback and player feedback rather than corporate interest, which I know Activision, again, at the end of the day, pulls the strings on that, I think it'll be better served for the Call of Duty community. I hope Treyarch is able to do that. I know they're better in listening to the community than Infinity Ward. Sledgehammer Games has actually done, surprisingly, a good job of this, but I think Treyarch has really had their roots more about the community. But let's see what happens with this year. I hope they are able to listen to player feedback and incorporate that into the game, whether it comes to like the nerfs and, you know, things in terms of like weapon balance and stuff like that. I really hope they're able to pull through for us. Now, when it comes to the zombies mode, because we know that is a staple of Treyarch games, it's had its ups and downs, and some iterations leaned maybe too heavily on the Easter eggs and the complex narratives and the puzzle solving mechanics that just alienated players who just want a more casual experience in Zombies mode. And Black Ops 6, it seems like there's a renewed emphasis on bringing back that simplicity that made zombies so addictive, especially in the early days. So instead of bogging down on the experience with, these crazy storylines and mechanics, if they can bring back that core concept of the survival-based gameplay and the return to that simpler wave-based action, it will make Zombies mode more accessible and appealing to both new players and veteran players alike. And fans of the original modes, I know myself included, will appreciate the back to basics approach that prioritizes more of the quick reflexes, the teamwork, and surviving the zombies over, solving these crazy overcomplicated puzzles. I'll be honest, guys, there's a lot of games out there that prioritize complex mechanics, the live service models, and microtransactions. That's just inevitable in the times that we live in. But Black Ops 6 needs to return to a form of Call of Duty that it used to be. And by focusing on that simplified, fast-paced gameplay where they revive certain classic maps but also make good original maps, listen to the community, which is a big thing, it will definitely make Black Ops 6 a fun experience for us, I'm sure. Now, one thing I'm personally kind of bummed out about just a little is that the day that Black Ops 6 releases on the 25th of October, I'll be flying out of the country for a week because I gotta go to a wedding, so I won't be able to get my hands on it right away, which kind of sucks, but at least I'm touching grass or air, however you want to look at it. So I won't really be able to give my personal first impressions about the game, especially right away. I mean, it might be a week or two after the game releases for me to even, get my hands on it, play it a little bit. But hopefully during that time, if there's like any bugs or anything that needs to be fixed, Treyarch would have at least addressed those concerns and implemented some changes if there are changes that need to be made. So I'm hoping by the time that I get my hands on it and am able to give you guys my impressions, that it's in a better place than it initially started in at launch. But when it comes to Black Ops 6, I can't help but feel a sense of cautious optimism. I mean, with the recent missteps in the other Call of Duty titles, I think Treyarch really has a golden opportunity here to get things right. I really hope they bring back the magic that brought the Black Ops series to be so iconic. And above all, I just want it to feel fresh, but still at the same time, I want them to stay true to the core that made all of us fall in love with Call of Duty again. I mean, if Black Ops 6 can strike that balance, I think that we will actually have a very good year. But I want to know what you guys think would make this year's title the best ever. I mean, when it comes to the multiplayer, should they stick to the traditional 6v6, or they should explore maybe bigger modes like Ground War or add more innovation to the core modes? How about for the maps? Do we need more classic style 3-lane maps, or are you hoping for something more dynamic and varied? And as far as the weapons go, what kind of weapon balancing would make you enjoy the game more? Are you hoping for an emphasis on more meta-based or skill-based gunplay, or do you think that they should experiment with more unique loadouts? And then also, zombies, we can't forget about zombies. What would make zombies better than ever? I think going back to the round-based modes, which I think they are going to do, I think that's good, but I want to hear from you guys. Did you even enjoy the last Zombies from Modern Warfare 3 or not? And also for Warzone, do you think the game should be tightly integrated with Warzone, or should it stand on its own? Let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comment section below. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you guys hit that like button. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the bell to be notified every single time I upload a video. Now with that being said, this is GCP signing off.